Great. So OutThink is our cybersecurity awareness partner, and they are focused on actually reducing human risk. Also, please note that OutThink is not just training. It is smart, engaging, and data-driven. So today, a video will give us a quick demo and an overview of the platform. So please feel free to ask questions during the session or after the session. So video, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Herman. I see people still join, so it's good to have everyone here. Thank you for the introduction. A few things about a company. So OutThink is the first AI native cybersecurity human risk management, and I will explain you what that means. It's a company who was born in London and now has a global footprint. And it was developed by one of my close friends, who is the founder, and recently he's my boss as well, Flavius. And the way OutThink was born was that while his time as a chief security officer in Bank of Ireland, Flavius was asked by the board, how can we measure the employees' risk? They were doing everything to make sure people are trained, they have knowledge, they know how to protect themselves from, having their credentials stolen or to phishing emails, the things that happen more and more nowadays. And even though they were doing everything and they were doing, security awareness training, phishing campaigns in order to try to get aware the people of how they can protect themselves of this kind of threats, they didn't know how to answer the question. Okay, we do all this stuff, but how do we really measure the risk of an user? And this is how OutThink was born in 2019. With your permission, I will stop my camera because I'm getting some network fluctuations, maybe because we are so many people. And what I would try to do today is to walk you through, what OutThink does. I know we have a non-IT audience, so I will try to keep it, focused on use cases, on real-world scenarios. But please, if there is any question you might have, there is no easy question or too simple question, please raise it up. As I'm getting your questions, I know how to adapt the conversation as we go on. What I would propose to do, I have a few slides just to give you an overview of, what's happening in the industry, what OutThink does, and how it differentiates from other solutions in the market. And after that, we can go into the platform, and I will show you some real-world scenarios, what the users of your customers will get once they adopt OutThink. So let me screen share. Yes. Is this working? So you see here that what OutThink does is to prevent human-initiated security incidents. High level. This is a platform that, as I mentioned, measures the human risk in a specific company. On top of that, what OutThink does is to transform this kind of traditional security awareness training, which usually companies apply just to be compliant. And how this trainings usually look like is one size fits all. They make no difference if the level of employee A is different from level of knowledge from employee B. If the training is designed for human resources, then for IT people or for C-level, this usually, there are security trainings on the market that apply the same methodology to everyone. But OutThink transforms, and transitions from this traditional security awareness training into a dynamic, data-driven solution. We have a global footprint, as I said, both as a team. We have offices in London, in New York, in Barcelona, and very recent in Bangalore. But our customers are globally. And I'll be happy, to share a full presentation with you to see who are the customers that trust us. But, there are big names like Whirlpool or Vansi, maybe, you've heard of it, or Marks and Spencer is a big company that, works in the retail space. And as I mentioned, OutThink, turns science, or let's put it better, uses behavioral science to turn employees into defense mechanisms against cyber threats. You probably know or heard about it. About 90% of the data breaches happen because of people. So we build all the tools. There are thousands of cybersecurity tools that protect the data and the infrastructure, but in the end, the attacks come through the people. So this is why we focus on, solving the main issue. Even though many people are aware what to do, inside the company, like try not to, be aware not to click on a email that looks weird, or don't insert the personal USB stick in the laptop because we can, first, it can be seen by the IT and is not compliant. And second, we can transmit some viruses and hackers, can get into the companies. Even though all of us are aware about these kind of things, Gartner, maybe you've heard of Gartner, is, a renowned company, that organization, in fact, that says who are the leaders on technology in the world. They did a quiz, and 64% of employees, they admit they bypass security controls. And why do they do that? Because they believe security controls makes them slower and they lose valuable time, right? Why should I do that kind of training? Because it's boring. Why do I need to attend a specific class? So they, skim through the video and this kind of behaviors. OutThink measures those kind of behaviors to understand what's relevant for the user and what is not, so they know how to engage the user. Okay. Now, there are most of the companies, as I mentioned, especially the small ones who are mainly compliance driven, or they are pushed by the cyber insurance companies. Most of them need to do security awareness trainings. As I was saying, some of them adopt, legacy tools in the market, one size fits all, but no two users are the same, right? Everybody has a potential different knowledge about how they can protect themselves from cyber threats. And of course, we would love to have everyone in as ideal employees, to know everybody's trained, they have a good result to the phishing campaigns when they're trying to be hacked by the internal team in the company. And everybody has a good understanding of the risks and their responsibilities. But because people, don't usually feel engaged with that type of content, what they do is they don't pay too much attention and they become dangerous for the companies. and why they are dangerous, you will see in the next slides and also in the platform, because some of the people who have a low level of knowledge, they sometimes they have access to sensitive information, and that can be stolen by hackers, unfortunately. What usually the solutions that are currently on the market, what they currently measure, it's two things only: completion rate and the knowledge score. So how many people completed, how many employees completed the training, and then they give them a test to see their knowledge score. But what OutThink does in this case, quantifies, goes deeper than that and quantifies the human risk with real-time data in order to tailor trainings and interventions to individual roles and behaviors. And that kind of data, of course, is taken from completion rate and knowledge score, but also from other tools you will see. And I will give you two examples right here. If you spot a difference on the upper right side, you will see we have the user Ricky Toma, who has a risk score of 17%. Okay, so what do we see here? I will put a mouse right here. Ricky handles sensitive data. Yes. Okay. He has a good level of knowledge. He's very confident in his abilities to protect from cyber threats. He has a good scoring at phishing, and because all those elements that were measured and many other in the backend, we came to the conclusion, based on the psychometric profile, that Ricky Toma has a 17% risk profile in the company. While we have Jennifer Nistor, for example, she handles sensitive data, yes, while her level of knowledge is very low, and she's done quite bad at tests at phishing campaigns. So when her internal team tried to phish her, to make her click on a specific link, put in the username and password maybe or other sensitive data, she did so. And unfortunately, this is why she has a very high risk profile. And I will show you in the platform how this is measured. Just to wrap up the presentation here, what you see different about OutThink is that it provides adaptive training and adaptive security. So adaptive training means by measuring different behaviors. So, for example, we have let's say we build a security awareness campaign for all our employees. Okay. And they all have to, let's say, it's a standard security training. Everybody gets the same thing. For some of them, that kind of training feels like boring. So they don't want to wait for 2 minutes completely to wait until the training completes, but they skim through it, right? They fast forward it. That's okay. At the end, if they have a high level of score, the platform understands that even though it was not, it was like a red flag behavior. We really want employees to watch those videos, but because the knowledge score was good when it was measured, that means it's a good behavior. So the next training that user will get is going to be specific based on the level of knowledge and also the feedback that he or she provided to the platform. And I will show you this. This is how everyone will get adaptive training to understand what's relevant for that specific user. And adaptive security, this is something specific for the IT team in the company to know what security controls what security settings they need to put in place in order to be relevant for those users, right? If we have a user with a high risk score, and it's a user that has access to sensitive data and, let's say, works close to the CEO, then we know we should limit the access. We have different recommendations for the IT team, and those kind of recommendations are shown in the platform so they know how to protect the company data while training and making sure the risk of that specific user goes down. This is a high-level presentation. I will stop screen sharing this presentation. Let me know if there are any questions. I'm happy to answer them.
No, well, good thing. Thanks, Ovide.
Thank you. Silence, full silence can mean two things. I will focus on the positive side. Okay, let me go back to the demo. So this is the platform, and the good thing about this partnership, I focus in OutThink. We sell to different type of customers, right? We have direct sales. We sell directly to enterprise companies. We also sell to enterprise companies through resellers. And in OutThink, I focus on managed security providers like NetCad, Herman and his team, right? So the good thing in this collaboration is that this is the platform that NetCad will manage, but also the end customers will have access to it if, of course, if you decide to. Okay. In the end, while you if it's between you, SGS and NetCad, between you two to decide if you just want to provide the service and provide some analytics and recommendations to the end customers as form of a service, or you want to provide more access into the platform. Both options are available, and I'll be happy to guide you on how to do that. So now I'm connected. This is the NetCad demo part of the platform. And what you see here, there are different tabs, and I will go one by one to them. We will focus mainly on three things: security awareness training. Okay, the content is right here, as the name says, in a content library. I will show you how we build the campaigns for those security awareness training, and I will also show you how we can build phishing campaigns and show you, you will see an example of different emails that look like real emails coming from DHL or I don't know, any delivery company, or from the food delivery if you order online, or I don't know, maybe someone got a new pair of shoes. I will show you exactly how those emails look like, how they are engaging, and how all that data is brought into the human risk intelligence. And maybe I will start with the human risk intelligence because it looks, more. It looks nice and interactive. So in this, we have for this is a demo platform. Okay, probably more advanced functionalities are present in real life, but this is good enough for our demo today. So we have 10,000 users roughly. And here you can see with different colors, different information specific to our users. So what is the training that was completed, any simulation that was compromised, login failure detected, and so on. Okay. If we go to the collaboration network, this is where we see the risk profile. And if we want to go to Ricky Toma, right, I will focus on the two users that you saw already, and it's the one with blue. You see here that we have we have all kind of information, and we have this interaction graph knowing who our users are interacting with and how they relate to each other. Okay, so this is all. Imagine all the interaction a user has together with the access that they have in the company, with the permissions that they have. This is all linked through this kind of graph. Okay, and we have different information about the user regarding the knowledge, their productivity, their confidence in order to protect, how compliant they are, and many more. Okay. And on the other side, this is Jennifer. And we can say we see Jennifer has a high risk profile, and we can add her to a group, for example. And based on that group, high risk users, I will add it. And next, what I will do a training just for this user group. So only the users with a high risk will get a specific training. Good. Let me go back to the content library. I was telling you, so in the content library, what you can find, there are 3 sections: training, security awareness training, phishing campaigns, and nudges. Nudges meaning, it's a way to engage with users through different ways to encourage them to complete the training, for example. I will show you how it's done. The platform itself has a quite extensive library of content, both for training and for phishing, and nudges. There are some automated nudges that can be used out of the box. What we try to achieve with all this is to automate as much as we can. We build the platform was built in order to be managed by people who can understand the risk in the company and how they train the users, but no need for coding skills and that kind of requirements. So we try to make it intuitive, and this is a feedback we constantly get from our customers. So for training, for example, in the right side, we have different kind of filters based on behavior, and I will read some of them. Lock your computer, okay? So if we go here on lock of computer, based on this filter, we will get all the trainings that are related to, this topic. And we have all kind of trainings. Report phishing. Use strong password. Why is that important? And as you can see, all trainings, have different lengths, have a different length, and they can be translated in different languages. Another filter is based on the threat, and this is more technical. Probably I will guide Herman and his team in order how to leverage that. But what I think is very relevant for you, and you can show a differentiator to your customers, is that we have trainings based on roles and functions. So for example, for C-level, okay, there are some information to information security, the AI Safety Act, the DORA. These are some global regulations, and most of them want to be aware of if they need to apply it, in which jurisdiction applies, how they can implement it, and so on. Moving, a manager, marketing, let's say. So for marketing, we have these 2. For finance, yeah, in my demo environment, look, this is not a very, this is a rough demo I'm doing to you. So, it's a demo environment. So for some clicks I don't know either what to expect, but you understand my point. Anyway, this is for This is for software developers, for example, right? But even though you see here that we have the AI Safety Act, okay, it's the same training, but this one is for developers, and the one you've seen before, it was built specifically for C-level. So the message, the content was built different. This one is more technical and it applies specific to the role, while the other one is more general, for the C-level. This is on the training side. So this is what we have on the training side. And yeah, for compliance, as you see, as I said, now I have too many filters. Look, this is why I didn't have anything, because I had too many filters. You see? These are trainings that are built for different roles. Good. So let's click on an example or to go with the phishing one. We have two options, to preview and edit. Edit, meaning that you have the option to adapt it to each of your customers. Okay, if you want to brand it with a customer logo or customer name or different fonts, if you have their brand book and you want to adapt it, you can do all those customizations in the platform, and they are a click away, so no need for coding again. But let's go with the preview. So this is what the user sees. Okay, phishing and email security. Understand how cyber criminals use deceptive emails to target business and individuals. It takes approximately 5 minutes. I will fast forward myself just to give you,
there are many threats and
an idea of how this looks like. Then to show you the different level of, engagement techniques that we use to increase this kind of to increase the user engagement and ensure that they pay attention to it. So they were taught in the previous email what to do if they get the email that looks weird, right? I would only click if it looked important. Okay. Okay, so this is some important information that in this example, we need to go one by one because it's very important to, this is key information that the user should remember, but this can be changed and customized as well. And for example, let's watch a quick video to see how this looks like, and then I will show you how we can edit it.
Upon checking his email at work, Chris found he'd received a message that looked like it came from his favorite online store. He clicked on the link, which turned out to be a fraudulent website. Unbeknownst to him, he used it to purchase fake goods. This tiny error cost him his personal information, his card details, and even his passwords. It also gave the hacker full access to his work computer and corporate network.
Good. This is an example I wanted you to see, and being conscious of time, I will not go into all the details to show you how you can edit it, but you can edit any make it more your customers. For phishing, for example, do you use LinkedIn? I tried to search some of you on LinkedIn, and hopefully I will send everyone a connection request. But I'm curious if you use LinkedIn and you want to see this example, or maybe we can focus on a different one.
Yes, we do.
Okay, let's do that. So, funny enough, in my second day in the company, OutThink sent me as a new employee a phishing email with LinkedIn saying, "Hey, Flavius, the founder tries to connect you on LinkedIn," and it looks. This is a different example with a password reset, but trust me, it looked identical, and I fall for it. I fell for it. Why that happened? minutes ago, I had a discussion with Flavius, the founder, on LinkedIn. And even though, I work in cybersecurity for 9 years, if I count it correctly, I fell for it. It was a contextual example that worked for me in that specific moment. It can happen to everyone. So this is, a fun example. Please don't share it outside this meeting, but it's something that I think all of us should be aware of, especially your customers who are trying to protect their businesses. Good. You have 226 phishing examples based on all kind of scenarios. If it's a delivery, a package from Amazon, Netflix subscription, WeTransfer files, all PayPal. I'll probably, I will give you the chance to walk through the platform at some point, and you can search for your favorite example there. And in the nudge part, you have the option to, let's see, if we have a user that didn't do the training, didn't follow the training, and we want to engage with it, we can send the nudge through their manager, for example. Okay, now this is the content library. We can create campaigns for all three, for security awareness trainings, phishing campaigns, and also nudge through MS Teams. So it can one example of this kind of nudge can be a short message. Do you know that type of short messages. I will focus on I will show you one example that was already built. Okay, and we have for this cybersecurity safety awareness training. In this example, we can measure what is the completion rate, how many are in progress, and who didn't start it. Okay. This is the OutThink benchmark, the orange line, and this is the completion in the company. We have we have the option to, at the end of the training, users can get an AI summary, and they can also write some comments, and can be in any language. We have translations. We don't have translations for all of the languages, and I specifically search for Afrikaans, which is not present in the tool yet, but behind closed doors I can share this. It's in our roadmap to be implemented hopefully this year, right? I don't know the specific date, but we are going to use artificial intelligence to do that. But for this example, I think this is Portuguese or Spanish, I don't know. You can see how the translation is done in real time. Okay. And we have, different kind of risk behaviors observed by to these users. So 39 people observe that other colleagues are not wearing their IT badges, for example. 33% observe that unlocked devices left unattended, and colleagues send funny messages to the entire team. I don't know if that happens in your company, but in ours for sure. And this all kind of use cases in which the company board, or the one who's responsible for the security in the company, can make decisions based on these risky behaviors they see in the platform. Okay. And if I go for the phishing example, so the first one was a campaign for security awareness training, and this is a campaign for phishing attacks. And we have a simulation of ransomware, for example, So let's see the simulation. It looks like a legitimate email from Amazon, right? Your latest order has been canceled. It's also, it intrigues me. Why was it canceled? And because it looks the same, I might click on verify now. Okay. And when you click in, let me go back. I think I'm not in the right place here. If you click on that email, usually you get a message that the ransomware happened. I know why I don't see it here. So let's go here and search for ransomware, because campaigns run somewhere. It doesn't show it. Okay, I will find a specific example, and I can share it with Herman afterwards. But to go back to it, I see, that was the simulation that the users received it, and I think is not a good example because I don't see engagement from the users. So that was not. Let's try this. Yeah, this is a different example. We had just one user enrolled in the other example. This is more relevant. In this case, we have all the 10,000 users enrolled. So almost 28% opened the email and almost 15% clicked the link. And now we know that we only need to engage in one way with these users and in a different way with these users. Okay? The ones who reported it, we can say them thank you, and depending on what the company wants to do, maybe they can give them a small prize, a lunch ticket or something like that. We can get creative on this kind of things. But this is the adaptive security that I was explaining you before. We have information on how different departments perform, where the users distributed. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe that's if you have customers in different regions of Africa, this can apply. And you can also see the performance by every user. This is high level what it can be done, okay, in the platform. Definitely, there are many more options, in the user section. You can add users, export users. You can add users manually or through a CSV file, or if they use an identity platform, and we can get more technical if you would like to, that can be integrated directly with the tools, with the internal user database. So there are different ways to add users. Groups are built specifically for the users that need to be engaged in a specific way. And in analytics, we have analytics for all sections, for training, for example. And you see the campaign overview, and based on these reports, we know exactly how these are some reports that you can share. So once Herman and the team will do the trainings and the campaign to your customers' users, they will have all these data that you can share and present in meetings with your customers, right? So you can say, Mr. Customer, look, we have 20% of people who didn't start the training. Do you want us to engage with them? Sure. This is how Herman and the team will know exactly how to engage with those users, and we will increase the engagement and lower the security and the risk profile of the users. I will stop here. I want to maybe Herman or someone in the team, if you can guide me, where should we go from here? If there are any specific questions, I'm very happy to answer to them, and happy to listen to your feedback.
Great, thanks, Video. Any questions at this stage? Yes, Johan.
Hi, Herman. Good morning to everybody as well. I'd just like to find out, are we selling this on, is it a human risk management tool basically on cybersecurity? So, or is it more generated on the AR, AR simulating?
What you are going to sell, help me help me understand how many users have on average your customers. Are we talking about 100 employee companies, or 20, or I don't know, 2,000 or 10,000?
That's going to vary. So it could be from, say, 10 users up until tens of thousands of users. So that's what we're looking at, is obviously not, we don't want a one size fits all, because obviously we've got clients from various industries and various business sectors. And a lot of the time, I can speak personally, when it comes to training, we want to just get the compliance done. So it's just really becomes a tick box exercise. And I think that's what we're trying to move away from.
That's a very good point. So no matter the customer size, everybody will use security awareness training and phishing, AI-powered phishing campaigns. And on top of what you've seen today, I will share with you materials, marketing materials, and also battle cards that show how OutThink, is different than all the other legacy solutions on the market. So you know how to sell security awareness training and phishing simulations. Okay, but on top for this, and this is something that probably small and some medium-sized customers will use. With time, we try to migrate those small and medium customers to a human risk-based approach, but that will happen with time. If today they only care about compliance, these two are going to be suitable for them. For bigger companies, human risk intelligence is the next level, and we are a few of the companies that do that. Maybe you are aware of KnowBe4. They are let's say, the incumbent on the market as of today. They have a huge business, and they don't provide this kind of insights. So they do provide trainings and phishing simulations, but they don't provide insights on how to on what is the risk of a specific employee and how we should engage that specific employee to build their knowledge and increase the cyber resilience in the company. So I will let me know if that answers your question. I can go into more details.
Thank you. You did answer my question. I've just got one more question that I'd like to ask you. Would it be, would a client be able to add on to, let's say, call it a product or a package platform, or would it just be all services? Can we tailor make it per client to say, right, we want to focus on adaptive security awareness training, or would we have 5 or 6 different packages that would already be included, or could we come in with one package at a time and see, right, we've now met their needs as far as that's concerned, we now add something else on, and in 2 months or 6 months times we add another package onto it?
This is something you will have to discuss with your partner, with Herman and the team. Probably yes. Look, I will help Herman. I will help you. Build your service on top of this platform. But of course, our goal is to meet customers where they are. Of course, if they only need security awareness training, we are not going to sell them human risk intelligence if they don't use it, right? And we will adapt. So we will build services out of this product. And most probably the services will be tailored to their needs.
Agreed. Thanks,
Yes.
Video. Thanks, Johan. Is that answering your question, Johan?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Thanks, Video. It was a great demo. Appreciate it. If
I
there's
stopped the screen share to open my camera. And we were just in time.
I think so.
I will discuss with Herman, but last things. I will make sure you'll get all the materials that you need in order to open discussions with your customers, qualify the opportunity, pitch it, present it, and of course you'll get Herman's support and my support whenever you need it. If you have bigger customers, I will be able to engage myself into those opportunities directly. And for other ones, Herman will be happy to assist you, and I will be in the background.
Thank you very much, Video. Just bear in mind we've got 4 guys already trained up, so you will be communicating with them when it gets to configuration and deployment. So we'll be ready. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for your time. Sorry about the late start, but that's technology, eh? Sometimes it takes coffee breaks.
I will connect with my former colleagues in Microsoft. I worked with them for 3 years. I will ask them what happened.
Yeah, I think it's all because of all the forwarding. So thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.
It was nice to meet you all.
Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot,
Herman, for organizing it.
Cheers, Herman.
Cheers, bye.
Till next time.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.